My name is Josh. I work as a senior designer, draftsman, in the area of fire protection design. My typical day consists of either going out to these various industrial, commercial job sites, doing what we call a survey, which is basically a walkthrough of the facility, and we take notes on what fire protection systems are required inside this facility. Once all the field work is done, I'll come back here and use an AutoCAD. I will take a floor plan of whatever facility I've been looking at and add various devices, systems such as sprinkler systems, fire alarm devices onto a drawing. We'll take the drawing, hand it to an engineer. It's reviewed, stamped by the engineer, and then sent to the customer for a final review. If any changes need to be made, we make them then. Usually work 8 to 10 hours per day. If more is needed, that's fine. Usually 8 to 10 hours is more than enough to get our jobs done around here. I possess a 2-year associate's degree, associate in applied science. Most everybody of my level does, whether you're in the starting out draftsman or somewhat of my experience, which is 10 years plus designer, senior level. It all starts with a associate degree, which is easily obtained through most junior community colleges, such as that. Small schools, you don't have to leave home, get the small school atmosphere. Other than the associate degree and my area of expertise, which is fire protection, there is a certification board, which is called NICET, National Institute for Certification in Engineering Technologies is what that stands for. Basically, it's a test on NFPA codes, National Fire Protection Association codes, and you're awarded points up to a certain level of 4 being the highest, which is the equivalent to a fire protection engineer. So you can obtain a little more certification after the degree. In the fire protection design industry, we use a lot of math, a lot of trig functions to do calculations such as water pressure, water velocity. We use a lot of math through electrical calculations, voltage drop, battery consumption, things of that nature. So math is a really core part of fire protection design, and it's one of the most important to gain through your education. I would say one of the best parts of this job is you never stop learning new things. There's always a new challenge, a new product that's come out that you have to learn. The design requirements for a new technique that's come out that you have to basically teach yourself how to work around this kind of stuff. But that's always fun to me, is learning new things, something new every day. One of the worst parts of the job, I would have to say, is sometimes the workload kind of gets the best of you. There are times where you won't have anything to do for a couple of days, and then there are times where you could be here for 2 solid days doing the same job because it has to be out on a certain day. Deadlines are part of the job, and if they're not met, that's the most crucial part of the job also. But the worst part for me is just the workload becomes a little too much sometimes, but it's all part of it. People skills are really important in this line of work. You have to have a good sense of communication. You have to be able to communicate with people because that's over 30% of your time is going to be spent talking to someone else about what's going on with this job you're doing. Be very organized. Organization is another big key. You might have 17 different emails with information that comes to you that you need to have quick access to. You have to teach yourself and discipline yourself enough to be able to put that in an easily accessible area and not, just not have it all strewn all over the place. Actually, that was actually my biggest adjustment to this business. I was not a very organized person, but I had to become one to be efficient in this. But communication, organization, I would put more emphasis on that than anything.